Daniel Dubois has hit back at people suggesting he quit against Oleksandr Usyk in Poland on Saturday. Welcome back to Pro Boxing Fans. Now today we are discussing the biggest talking point in boxing right now. The debate rages on even on this Tuesday after the fight happened on Saturday over the controversy, as some people are calling it, over Usyk beating Daniel Dubois in Poland. But instead of talking about the low blow for a minute, which has been talked about a lot over the last few days, we're going to talk about the conclusion of the fight. Now, obviously, Daniel Dubois was dropped in the 8th round. He got back to his feet, beat the 10 count, and then another onslaught from Usyk in the 9th round. He went down again, and he failed to beat the 10 count. Now, there has been some people, ex-fighters, ex-world champions, suggest that Daniel should have got up and could have got up and have used the term quit. Now, it's obviously a strong accusation. It's not something that I feel I'm in a position to be saying, given the fact I've never had an amateur contest, never mind a professional contest. But there have been people who have been vocal on this. Obviously, we remember back to Daniel Dubois losing to Joe Joyce, where he took a knee with his eye closed up, and a lot of people then said he quit. Now, with this instance, first of all, I think he put in a great performance against the pound-for-pound best in the world. Obviously, some people would say that he won the fight, depending on who you speak to, following that shot in the 5th round, which was ruled a low blow. But he didn't get up before the count of 10 after the second knockdown in the 9th round. Now, again, I think unless you have been in the ring before, it's very difficult to know exactly what a fighter's going through at that moment in time. Even though maybe from where we're watching on TV or in the arena, it doesn't seem like the fighter's necessarily hurt. We never quite know about the damage they've taken, about the conditioning, etc. Now, obviously, Tony Bellew tweeted right after the fight, referring to the shot that was classed low. He said, "Anything below the navel is classed as low in boxing. That's not my opinion, that's a fact, that's the rules. Your shorts shouldn't cover your navel, because if they do, the belt can be hit. The picture says 1,000 words." He then went on to say, which is the point I wanted to highlight, "Spew it once, and you'll spew it again," is also another fact. So Tony Bellew clearly feeling that Daniel Dubois quit in that fight. Daniel Dubois spoke to TalkSport earlier today and gave his thoughts. He said, "I looked at my corner, they said wait and get up, and I got up. I didn't quit. I was ready to continue." And that is true. He did get up, but he failed to beat the count of 10, and therefore it was ruled a knockout win for Oleksandr Usyk. Dubois went on to respond to Tony Bellew's comments, saying, "They're all haters. They sound like haters. You've got to know who your enemies are right now. So what they've got to say is expected, really. We knew before that." Daniel Dubois' trainer, Don Charles, was very unhappy after the fight, as you'd imagine. And this is what he had to say to IFL TV.
"Let the first man let him come and say to my front face, I'll punch him in the mouth so hard. See if they'll quit. I promise you, when I get back to England or any human being that comes, let them come and say to my face. Don't hide behind the keyboard about he quit. Come to my face, me, Don Charles, and tell me I'll punch you in the mouth. I'll probably get arrested by the police, but I'll punch you in the mouth."
So that was Don Charles there, clearly very unhappy with suggestions that Daniel quit in the fight. You can see all the content that we got post-fight, where Don Charles spoke to the media in a press conference. We also spoke to Frank Warren, who I asked him, given the fact that they're so unhappy about the decision, could it get overturned to a no contest? And he told me that is an option they'll look to explore if they can't get the rematch. Obviously, this is a mandatory fight, so there's no obligation for Usyk to grant a rematch. Obviously, for Usyk now, there's an IBF mandatory in Filip Hrgovic. There's the Tyson Fury fight. Who knows whether that will happen? That's the fight everyone wants to see. But we will see how this plays out over the next few days. Give me your thoughts in the comments below on all these accusations that Daniel Dubois quit. Give me your thoughts on the low blow. Was it a low blow? Wasn't it a low blow? And check out all the content we got after the fight on Saturday night. There's interviews with Alex Krasuk, promoter of Oleksandr Usyk. There's Frank Warren and many others for you guys to look at. And check out the content this week. We're heading up to Manchester to cover Liam Smith's rematch with Chris Eubank Jr. And there'll be plenty more to come on this whole controversy surrounding Usyk's win over Daniel Dubois. So thanks very much for listening and watching the video. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, and we will see you on the next one.